Greetings and salutations and a very warm welcome to this MechWarrior Online build video. In this video, I'll be sharing another build in my series for the revered 85-ton Inner Sphere BattleMech named the Battlemaster. In my last two videos I've covered both the 𝗨𝗆𝗆 and 𝗨𝗏 variants, and this time I will be presenting a build for the chassis 𝗨𝗏𝗆 variant. Before sharing the build itself, let's first examine the hardpoints and quirks on this variant. This variant has 3 ballistic hardpoints in its left arm, 5 energy hardpoints, 1 in its right arm and 2 in each side torso, and 1 AMS hardpoint in the right torso. The torso energy hardpoints are all at or above cockpit level, and the cockpit is high on the torso. The 3 ballistic hardpoints on the left arm and the energy hardpoint on the right arm are all on the forearms and are low slung. As in all of the previous build videos in this Battlemaster series, the build I will be presenting exploits the quirks of the variant to maximum effect, because as I always like to say, if a build doesn't exploit quirks, another mech will probably do the build better. The quirks can be found under the enhancements section in the mech stats, and we can see this variant of the Battlemaster chassis has UAC jam chance of -30%, ballistic cooldown of -20%, cooldown of -10%, heat of -5%, range of +5%, velocity of +15%, rack jam ramp down duration of -25%, machine gun rate of fire of +50%, medium laser duration of -20%, and a number of armor and structure enhancements. So on to the build itself. Exploiting the quirks we've just examined, this build's armament is formed of 3 AC2s and 5 extended range medium lasers. As observed, except for the 4 lasers in the center torso, unfortunately the rest of the weapons including the mech's main complement of ballistic armaments are all low slung in the mech's arms, which makes this mech somewhat of a challenge to pilot. One of the challenges in creating a build for this variant is that there are only 8 critical slots in the left arm, which means AC-20s, UAC-20s, LB-20s and Heavy Gauss are all out of the window, and to complicate matters further, there are 3 ballistic hardpoints there. Except for machine guns, AC-2s are the only ballistic armament, 3 of which can be fit into the 8 critical slots. As this variant has a quirk to decrease both ballistic cooldown and cooldown by -20% and -10% respectively, when combined with the additional -12% available in the skill tree, the AC-2s can benefit from a staggering combined -42% cooldown. In terms of absolute numbers, this means the AC-2s can fire every 418 milliseconds. And in terms of DPS, this equates to nearly 14.5 damage per second, which is more than the 13.1 damage per second that 2 RAC-2s do. And to top it all off, the AC-2s don't suffer the spin-up and jam chance issues inherent with the use of RACs. For the exact same reasons discussed in my build video for the Battlemaster 𝗨𝗏𝗆 variant, to get the most out of this variant, rather than employ standard medium lasers, the extra range provided by ER medium lasers has proven optimal. Each ER medium laser delivers 5 damage, meaning combined the 5 ER medium lasers deliver 25 damage. Although this damage is not pinpoint, the duration of the lasers is reduced by 20% by a quirk, and can be further reduced by an additional 10% in the skill tree for a combined 30% reduction. In so doing, the lasers only need to be held on the target for 585 milliseconds to deliver their full damage. In terms of duration, this reduces the duration to shorter than the 600 milliseconds duration of medium pulse lasers. On this variant, the ER medium lasers also benefit from the -10% cooldown, which makes them faster firing than stock standard medium lasers too. While the AC-2s excel at softening targets up at long range, the lasers excel at stripping armor, removing components, and terminating mechs with their pseudo-pinpoint accuracy, while the ultra-short duration of the lasers renders them excellent at legging those pesky lights that will invariably be encountered while trying to engage the main body of the enemy at range. Although this build has a very modest alpha strike of 31, the damage really does rack up with the quick-firing triple AC-2s. To get the most from this build, it should be played to exploit the long range on its armaments to maximum effect. To accommodate this build, the structure needs to be endosteel, the heat sinks need to be double, and the armor needs to be standard. This mech runs a light engine 350, is equipped with 8 external double heat sinks and 4 tons of AC2 ammo. The heat management is an excellent 1.63 and the top speed is a swift 71.7 km/h, which helps this mech to continually position and engage at range. Regarding the skills, in the firepower tree, to make the most of the loadout, all of the cooldown and laser duration nodes have been taken. Additionally, all magazine capacity nodes have been taken to increase the AC2 ammunition. In the survival tree, nodes have been taken to enhance the mech's armor and skeletal density. In addition, the 2 AMS overload nodes have been taken which increase the efficacy of the equipped anti-missile system. In the mobility tree, to give the mech more speed and agility, full speed tweak has been taken. Admittedly, this is down to personal preference, and if more survivability is desired, more nodes can be taken in the survival tree instead. Finally, in the auxiliary tree, both double UAV and double advanced salvos have been taken, in addition to a couple of core shot nodes. And that's it. Let's now see how this build performs in the 3 games to follow.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Override engaged.
Okay, so the first game I'd like to showcase this build in is on Forest Connolly Classic. Just heading up to Bravo 3 to cover the tunnel entrance. I find that's a critical space on this particular map. And I could see the team was wading through, or pushing through to Charlie 3, which was going to leave the tunnel entrance open. I've already engaged my heat vision here to just try and see if we can see anything in the tunnel, and it currently looks clear, although we can obviously see something coming up Bravo 3 very fast now. There's a light.
Air strike online. Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Just playing the game relatively tentatively.
Airstrike online.
To exploit this build, really, you need to be engaging at range, which can obviously be difficult depending on the map and how the team positions, but we'll do our best.
New target acquired.
It's getting a little bit congested around the tunnel entrance and quite difficult to get any firing lines. There we are.
Airstrike online.
I'm going to try and reposition here, see if we can get any longer firing lines.
New target acquired. Airstrike online.
Looks like our team is being very, very tentative and just holding this corner.
Target spotted.
Managed to get a couple of good burns in there on that mech. And what looks like a Corsair poking up there. Managed to get a few rounds into him. Not sure what this 𝗃𝗍𝗆 is doing in front. He's blocking
Airstrike online.
a lot of people's firing lines. I'm going to reposition again. It's not ideal there.
Target acquired.
Let's see what we can see down Bravo 3.
Need assistance.
Looks like we've got a contact in the tunnel.
Need assistance.
So a couple of contacts there pushing up
Acquired.
that channel. I've got some backup in this form of this supernova.
UAV
Dropping a UAV.
New target
spotted.
acquired. Airstrike online.
Quite a close game. We're 1-0 down at this point. Just drop my airstrike back there just to see
New
if we can
target
get any
acquired.
speculative hits on the enemy, and we did. We just saw the cursor flash red, so that's good. Let's see again what we can see in Charlie 3. There's a lot of fire going on. See, there's an enemy UAV up.
New target acquired.
Okay, it's 2-all. Nobody really wants to make a commitment to maneuver, but ooh, here we go. We've got a assault mech. I'm going to lay into this guy.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
And again, going to reposition here because I'm getting blocked by my teammates.
New target
And I'm
acquired.
going to have a look at Bravo 3 again. See what we can get done there.
New
But there's a
target
call for help
acquired.
from my team and I come back to help them. Although everyone is poking and it's a bit difficult for me to get lines of fire, but there we go, we're on a Corsair. Getting some good hits on him.
Destroyed.
Managed to take him down. Another assault in the water there, contact Alpha, which is a Mad Cat. But my left torso is open, that's been taken. Pretty difficult for me to get any firing lines, being blocked by my own teammates here. Getting some good hits on Alpha there. His right torso is weak. Again being blocked by my own teammates. Okay, but I'm going to try and open up some more firing lines by just pushing down. It's a bit of a risk. Push towards Alpha, see if we can get him. Okay, getting shot from the left there. Okay, we managed to take down that mech, but we're now flanking the enemy, which could open up more firing lines for us. We've got low signal, so there's something right next to us. And we can see our team is doing very well now, 6-3.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Poke around the left-hand side, which is favourable for us given our armaments on the left. It looks a bit congested, so I'm going to go back. We've just lost a mech in Charlie 3, so see what we can see around this corner. And there we have it. Okay, fleet or a locust.
Target destroyed.
Target spotted.
The fleet. Getting some good hits on him there.
Destroyed.
He takes off my left arm.
Destroyed. Left destroyed.
Finally, the
Naval
fleet goes
laser
down.
Destroyed. Autocannon
And we're now a
engine
level 4 up,
destroyed.
so good
Autocannon
performance by the
destroyed.
team.
Override shut down.
And that's it. See how we did. So, match score of 483, got 2 kills, 8 assists, and 606 damage. It wasn't a bad game. It was a bit difficult to position with the team. No one really wanted to push. Couldn't really engage at range, but nevertheless managed to do some good work there for the team, and the team won. So, good game.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, so the second game I would like to showcase this building is on Canyon Network.
Override engaged.
So, to position ourselves to exploit our range, we're going to push through Echo 5 into Delta 5 rather than going into the centre through Echo 4. And we'll see what work we can get done.
Airstrike online. Target
Sorry.
acquired.
Okay, we can already see the first
Artillery
contacts
strike
appearing in
online.
Charlie
Target
3.
spotted.
We don't know if that means they're coming into Charlie 4 or just continuing their
Target
rotation as we've been
acquired.
on into Delta
Target
3.
spotted.
So pushing up to this corner and see what we can see in the distance.
New target
spotted.
acquired.
Need assistance. assistance.
And I now realise I'm pushing far beyond my other teammates. So I'm asking for help.
Warning.
See no reason to just loiter in Delta 5 given the enemy's position in Charlie 3.
Artillery strike online.
So I'm just going to drop an artillery speculatively on that column of rock there. Hopefully we'll be able to pick something up. We see quite a lot of mechs behind that. And we see a 𝗨𝗶𝗀𝗏. We're just going to get into this guy at range. There's lots of missiles coming out. Where our AMS will hopefully help us.
Missile. Airstrike online.
We're just going to keep pushing round. Looks like our team has pushed into the centre. And I think it's probably safest actually to rejoin our team at this point. Because I was very much on my own there.
Target spotted.
And we're being told that there are enemies down the valley towards Delta 3, so let's just have a look down and see what we can see. Yes, that looked like an 𝗃𝗶𝗆. Get a burn on him there at distance, probably a couple of AC shells there as well. Drop the airstrike. Hopefully pick something up with that. I think the airstrike missed, but we've got the 𝗨𝗶𝗆 again, contact Alpha. We're going to lay into him, nearly taking off his left torso. And he's completely open. And he goes down. Got some good work on him there. Teammate is pushing in front of me. Accidentally caught catching him in the back. And looks like the enemy team are now pushing behind us. There's a couple of 𝗨𝗏𝗆. This is big trouble. They've just come behind us. I'm dropping my UAV. I'm trying to hastily reposition. I don't think this is the sensible place for me to go, so I'm going to turn round. But there are enemies all around us at this point, and we're trapped in the canyon. Very worried about those 𝗨𝗏𝗆s. You can see something has dropped into the canyon right behind us. Hopefully my teammates can dig me out of this absolutely awful position that I now find myself in.
Target spotted.
I'm just going to keep withdrawing because I have my back to the enemy, and this is not the best place to be at all for my mech. You can see mechs above us. There's a 𝗃𝗶𝗆.
Target spotted.
Just try and get some work done on this guy. Getting some good hits, but a lot of my rounds are clipping the terrain. And I'm now taking a lot of fire, and I'm going to reposition. Getting very congested in the network, in the canyon here. Try and push through. Our team desperately needs to get the higher ground. But let's push up this ramp.
Target acquired.
See if we can get on Charlie. Now we're getting some good action on Charlie. He's going to go down shortly, but let's try and focus on this 𝗨𝗏𝗆, which is now a bigger threat. Contact India. Let's see what we can do with him. There we go. He's down. 9-2. So we managed to somehow rectify the situation we found ourselves in, which was a very compromised position, being low on the low ground in the canyon. And 10-2. And we've got this one. A couple of targets left. Contact Julia, which is an 𝗨𝗏𝗆. Oh. Managing to clip that mech in front of me again. One of the problems with being an assault is clipping of the targets. Got a good kill there on 𝗨𝗆𝗆. And finally we win. 12-2. Went rapidly downhill for the enemy team that game, and we managed to dig ourselves out of a hole, as I said. A relatively good game. See how we did. So, we got a match score of 431, 1 kill, 9 assists, 644 damage. We noted that we got about 30 team damage. Always pulls the match score down. It's very difficult, I must say, with this mech, with friendlies coming into our firing line, and with the ballistics being very low slung. It's very difficult to avoid hitting them. Okay, well, anyway, the team won. We did some good work again for the team, so good game.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Override engage.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Alright. The final game I would like to showcase this build in is on Alpine peaks. And we're playing Domination. This could be a good map for us, although Domination brings the teams together in a more of a brawly style. So we'll just have to see how we do here. So I'm contemplating holding this particular hill in Julia 11. But I note the range of about 1,000 meters to the Domination circle, which is a bit too far for this particular mech. And we can see the enemy team piling down. And obviously the shells are out of range here, the autocannons are out of range. So we're going to need to find somewhere else to set up. So we're going to keep pushing to the next hill, which is in 𝗵𝗨, see what we can get done here.
Target acquired.
Again,
Artillery strike activated.
out of range, drop an artillery speculatively on those mechs. See if we can catch them. Looks like we missed. We are in range with the autocannons, just not doing much damage at this range, but at least be able to take a little bit of the paint off.
Acquired. Airstrike online. Airstrike activated.
Again, we drop the artillery airstrike. See if we can catch something with it, and we did, which is good. So that's the artillery and airstrike out of the way. I can now focus on just trying to deliver the main armaments of this particular mech. So we can see our team is forming up along the Kappa 9 bridge, and the enemy team on the other side of it. And it's all very pokey at this stage.
New target acquired.
At this range, I'm also outside of optimal range for my weapons, which is not ideal. Possibly could push up to the next hill, but I think for now we'll just have to see how the enemy team are positioning before making that commitment. Managed to get a good couple of shells into that mech that just poked out. See if we can punish him again. I'll try and reposition to get a better angle on the enemy. It feels like we're not quite in the right position. It's probably time enough to push up to this next hill in front of us. See what work we can get done here. Game is still all square at 0-0. You can see a lot of missiles flying about the place. We get a reasonable burn on that target. Just checking to our right, see there's nothing on the hill in GD9, which would significantly compromise our position. I just got clipped by PPC fire. Managed to dodge the return round.
New target acquired.
Going to reposition. My ACs are catching the terrain, and I'll have to expose too much of my mech to rectify. So let's see if we can just reposition to the left. See what work we can get done from over here. Not an ideal spot either. All the firing lines are seemingly blocked. So we're going to have to just try and find that position on this map that will allow us to deliver our autocannons at optimal range. 1-1 now. Both teams have lost a mech. If we can just poke around this hill. Oh, nice to do that. And we've got a good angle on that mech in front. We're getting some good autocannons. Getting clipped a little bit. And I'm taking a bit of return fire. So I'm going to back up now. Somewhat frustrating that I couldn't manage to hold the target a bit longer there. Combination of terrain again and the low slung armaments. Very, very, very tricky to deliver and find that right opportunity. And all the firing lines are being sought after by every single member of our team. So it's very congested. Here, UAV there. Try and take it down. There we go. Ooh. Missiles incoming.
Warning, incoming missile. New target acquired.
Feels at this stage like
Target spotted.
The enemy team has the ascendancy. Indeed, that's borne out in the score 3-1. We can see one of our mechs spectacularly falling down the hill there after succumbing to the enemy fire. It's very difficult for my mech to get any decent lines of fire on the enemy at this point. And I'm continuing to search for that particular spot on the map where I can deliver my armaments effectively. So I'm going to try pushing down this left side as my ballistics are on my left arm. This is the ideal position for us, or coming towards the ideal position, where we're poking around an obstacle from the left hand side. But I now notice there are mechs above us, and I don't feel comfortable pushing forward with them there. So I'm going to double back, see if I can crest this ridge, and see if we can engage the enemy from up here instead. It's 2-4, so we're 2 mechs down. Pressure's very much on us. I can see that we've got a contact being engaged from Lima 8, and I'm struggling to get up this hill, so I'm going to try and engage this contact Foxtrot, see if we can get some good shots off at him. And I think, oh no, we just realised we've committed some war crimes there by hitting our own teammate. Apologies for that. The targeting there was very difficult to identify friend from foe, but no real excuse there for that. I think I played into 𝗨𝗆𝗆 a little bit, so apologies there, buddy. I'll do better in future. It's 3-4, so we have closed a little bit. Those 2 mechs we managed to do some significant damage to in Lima 9. And I'm just going to see if this this position produces any more favourable encounters. But it looks like
target acquired.
It's gone back to a very tentative engagement, and I'm going to reposition. I'm not particularly happy with taking the low ground with mechs above me. Scores as they are, 5-3. Finally, 𝗨𝗆𝗆𝗆 and his blood aspect goes down. Looked like to PPC fire from Lima 8, and I'm not going to stick around to experience that myself. So I'm going to reposition again. I can see that at this point we've got 2 snipers up on the hill, 2 assaults, I believe, at 𝗃𝗃10, which is why I think it particularly feels light on the front lines at 𝗃𝗃9. I'm just hoping that those 2 mechs on the hill are doing some good work where they are. So we can see a hunchback contact Charlie, just pushed round, took a lot of return fire from our team, managed to escape though. Still a lot of missiles are raining in. And my AMS ammo is... Ooh, and the hunchback pushed around there, another one. And nearly took out my right torso, so I'm going to reposition. Didn't feel comfortable where I was. Try and get some cover. AMS ammo about 500. Going down very, very quickly. Still a lot of missiles. Oh, I can see a UAV, tried to take it down, but just saw a Corsair. It looked like popping up in 𝗃𝗃9. I repositioned to try not take any return fire. My left arm is critical damage, and I don't want to lose my ACs. Try and take that UAV down because it's directly above our mechs in 𝗃𝗃9. Again, that Corsair turns up. I spot him for the team in 𝗃𝗃8, and scores as they are 4-5. Very tense game again. Looks like the enemy might be pushing in Julia 9. I'm just going to pop over, see what we can see. And okay, there's a archer by the looks of things. Managed to get some good shots on him, but I get knocked and taking a lot of missile fire. Scores as they are 7-4. This match is going south. Time to focus.
Need assistance!
AMS armor deployed.
Need assistance!
Enemy destroyed. Next target.
New target acquired.
Enemy destroyed. Next target. Enemy destroyed. Next target.
Need assistance!
Depleted. Target acquired.
So, another very tense game in this mech. I think we did very, very well to pull that out of the bag at the end. And how did we do? We got a match score of 327, 3 kills, 8 assists, and 521 damage inflicted. Of course, the match score has been dragged down again by those heinous war crimes that we committed, but it was a very, very exciting game. Well, that's it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this mech a try. It's good fun. It has its quirks, but I think it works. See you in the next one.